Greetings from wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to the People's Lens, a show that explores Kenya through the eyes, ideas, and energy of its citizens. I'm Ashley Mazuri.
And I'm Jesse Rogers. Today we're coming to you from ZTech University Thika Road campus, a place known for innovation, entrepreneurship, and creative thinkers who are shaping the future of Kenya.
Our topic of discussion today is from ideas to impact. And we dive into how citizens are redefining what it truly means to be Kenyan through innovation, creativity, and even culture.
So, are we losing our roots or are we simply transforming them for a new era? Let's find out. Today we engage the brilliant minds right here at ZTech University where ideas meet impact. Join us.
According to Geopol 2024, an overwhelming 87% of Kenyan youth express interest in starting their own businesses. This highlights a massive and growing mindset shift towards self-employment. Side hustles. According to Geopol 2024, 71% of young respondents reported having side hustles to supplement their income. This shows a high prevalence of necessity-driven entrepreneurship, which is often where university-level activity begins.
As we've mentioned, we're coming to you from ZTech University, Thika Road campus, and we're here to have a conversation with the young minds on entrepreneurship. And not just anything about entrepreneurship, but literally nurturing the next generation of entrepreneurs. What exactly is happening? Where these ideas going to? And what is the gap between the ideas and actually implementing these ideas, right, Jesse?
Yeah, it's all to do with the spirit of innovation, the culture of enterprise. You know, they say you train a tree while it's still young. So I'm pretty sure some of these young, sharp minds are really involved in their academics, but on the side, they are keen on ensuring they start a business. And that's basically what we want to talk about. And asanteni sana kutukaribisha ZTech. You guys have a lovely campus right here. And I'm pretty sure your minds are invigorated and mtachangia vizuri. So I'll just start with a general question, a form of icebreaker. How many of us have had that entrepreneurial spirit? Yani umefikiria, wacha nianzishe a student business, a side hustle, whether it's online, whether it's a physical shop, whichever. How many of us have done that? Including me as well, yeah. So it's a good number. We just wanted to know perhaps what drove you guys to start or to start thinking that way. There are many students in campuses who perhaps focus on their education. Just that, make sure they get the A's. But apart from that, their life is a little bit wanting in terms of extra curricular activities, be it engaging in sports or businesses. So let's start with the gentleman with the mic. You could start with your name, what year you're in, the course you're doing, and perhaps what drove you to start thinking as an entrepreneur. Unaweza tuambia ni biashara gani ulikuwa umefikiria kuanza? Did it peak? Unaendelea bado? Just give us some details. Feel free.
What drove me to start a business is keeping up with the lifestyle. At campus, we really have a lot of things that goes on in our life in campus, and most of these things cannot be supported fully by our parents, because our parents just support us partially in terms of paying school fee, in terms of keeping you in class and all that. But outside class, that one you have to depend on yourself. So keeping up with the lifestyle is what drove me to start a business. Another thing that made me start my business was the gap. I saw that there was a gap, and I started it. Okay, the business that I thought of and started was a cyber. Actually, is not a normal cyber, like just the cyber cafes that you all know. We started a foundation that is led by the youths. Actually, it's called Youpreneurs. Shout out to all my friends. And inside these Youpreneurs, we started a print segment, the cyber itself, where we print newspapers, we print magazines, we print cards, wedding cards, invitation cards, graduation cards, and all that. The reason as to why we started this is because a lot of institutions require these things, these cards on a daily basis. So that was a gap that we saw. And the institutions that I interacted with, they also had these things on demand. So I saw that instead of us going to give these funds to other cybers out there, why don't we just start it as youths? And that's how the idea came in. We drafted all the plans and logistics. Yeah, and it's running smoothly. We had some little hiccups back then, but for now, it's running smoothly. Yeah.
Amazing. So you can cope with your lifestyle.
Yes, yes.
That's good. It's a means to an end, clearly. And I'd be interested, just briefly, were you like Gray, ulikuwa umefanya research ukiingia hiyo biashara? Did you have someone to mentor you? How important is mentorship when it comes to starting side hustles and creative businesses?
I won't lie, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It took us like several months for us to begin or start. Actually, not several months, a year. But we had mentorship from a church called Assumption of Mary Catholic Church in Umoja. And the church there, they were so welcoming, and they were supportive of the youth initiatives.
Top challenges for young entrepreneurs. Financial barriers. This includes lack of collateral and credit history, insufficient capital, poor cash flow management. Skills and experiential gaps. This includes lack of business management skills, limited access to quality mentorship, inexperience and fear of failure. Regulatory environment and infrastructure deficiencies. Socio-cultural pressure, the age stereotype and trust issues, societal and family expectations, juggling academics and business.
There's this thing called instant gratification. You might want to start a business and you want profits on day one, you know. So was this the case with what you started? Did you have to wait? Did you have to use your own money in order to make sure the business is ongoing until you start making profits? Talk to us about it.
I think it was just an influence. Yeah, my friends did it, so I also wanted to do it. I also wanted to, kill the idle thing. Nafika weekend, you have nowhere to go, unabweka kwa nyumba. So, yeah, I decided to come up with something. And it was not something big. I came up with a tiny nail parlor. And I can say it didn't pick because most of my clients or my friends, and unajua beshte akikuja hapo, kama unafanya kitu na 850 atataka kumtolea hiyo 50 and stuff. So yeah, it was really challenging and it didn't pick.
The break-even point. The break-even point is the point at which a business's total revenue equals its total costs. These are fixed costs and variable costs. At this point, the business is neither making a profit nor incurring a loss. The typical time frame for a small business or startup to reach the break-even point is between 18 months and 3 years, depending on the kind of business.
Okay, interesting. And we'll get to talk about the challenges that you've all faced, because I'm sure there are many. But just coming to you, I mean, looking at what he said, it was to keep up with lifestyle. For her, it was idle. You can give us your take, and even if, as you do, talk to us about this issue where we're seeing young people, yes, start businesses, either to survive or, to just get money, ya sherehe, I need to buy these things, I need to take a road trip. But are we really thinking about building wealth?
Side hustle does not mean business, you starting a business. You understand? You can even secure a place, you start working for someone. That is some part of business. You come up with ideas, plans on how you can own your business, you understand? Like me, for instance, I've worked with Jixel Investment Firm, headquarters Nairobi, CBD. It deals with sales and marketing. You're marketing phones, laptops, computers. On phones, you are selling on cash, lipa mdogo mdogo. I can say it impacted me with some skills.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Skills in marketing, which I didn't have. And even the money I used to get there from side hustle, upkeep. You understand? As my brother said here, our parents are meant to pay school fees and some activities which are projects in schools. You know, it's sometimes kuna kitu inaitwa kuinama in campus. You understand?
Okay.
Kuinama. You know, ukifika mahali umeinama una kitu, you need to go out.
Okay.
Utafute. Sasa hiyo ni business inakusaidia sasa. Ukienda pale, you first sales and marketing, apart from impacting you in some ideas, inakusaidia pia kutafuta pesa.
About business, for me, I thought about beauty cosmetics, selling the cosmetics. And the reason behind it is because the thing my friend has said, kuinama, and lifestyles and all stuffs.
I'm curious, what is Kuinama?
Like, you just, yeah, you lack food. Like, you don't eat at all, maybe a supper or lunch, breakfast. Yeah,
Okay.
you just pass one of
Oh,
it.
ndo hiyo inaitwa kuinama
Yeah,
sasa. Hii
yeah.
syllabus inakimbia sana. Okay, we've already had 2 beauty parlors, and of course these ideas are sort of repeated. You see something, you feel like I can do good in this, and you try it. But do you feel like perhaps the whole problem and why majority of businesses tend to not last is because they lack authenticity? How do you balance that? Like, yes, I want to innovate in a different way, but I also need to be authentic.
The idea of balancing, maybe find something that inspire you. If you want to do it, do it. But kama ni peer pressure from someone, I think unaweza acha. Hapo ndio the idea of doing your thing, what you want, hapo ndio unaweza shindwa. But if it's your passion, if you want to do that business, you'll do it.
Na hebu niambie juu ya ideas, cause watu kwa na ideas mingi but kuzi actualize hiyo ni story ingine tofauti. Unajua nakaa hapa nafikiria nitafungua movie shop. Wacha nifungue beauty parlor. Nimeona ile dry cleaner inafanya biz poa, wacha nijaribu compete nayo. So how do you zone in on a proper idea? Unajua gaje hii ni idea kali na hii nitaacha kando? Is it due to the capital that's needed to start a business? Unaangalia ganini kujua hii idea naweza actualize?
Narrowing down a business idea. The process of narrowing down a business idea is about moving from a general inspiration to a validated, specific problem solution fit. This process can be distilled into 3 key phases. Phase 1, the internal audit. Start with yourself. A business will require persistence, so you must choose something you can commit to even when it's hard. Phase 2, the market test. This is where most ideas fail and is the most critical stage. Your idea must solve a problem that people are willing to pay to fix. Phase 3, feasibility and scalability. This final stage ensures the idea can actually generate profit and grow.
Squeeze in the 21st century, unaonaga stories za kutengeneza pesa online where people are on TikTok, mara sijui tap, mara lion. I'm not too sure about those things, but talk to us about your opportunity yenye unaona iko online where people, especially the youth, can capitalize on. Si lazima ukuwe na biashara iko na duka, ati niko na business permit. Hapana, unaweza kuwa na biashara yako online, unauza vizuri and you make your money. Have you thought about that? Tuongeleshe.
That story of people buying sweets from class,
Yeah.
it is true because it happens even in our classes. Then about online, for me, I don't believe in online things because I don't believe, me I love where we do things physically. I have my things physically. Physical buyers and physical sellers. That is what I believe in. But it is also hard because nowadays you don't trust anybody. Come for your package somewhere online. People don't trust that. But the only thing that I have heard that is working, it's Forex, of which I've not tried. The only thing I've tried is when I was 19, I was joining campus. I used my help to start a small bakery, but it did not go well because it needed a lot of time, it needed a lot of finance to support it until it grows. It needed a lot of money, and then I had a lot of debts. I did not know how to manage it well, but Me, I don't believe in online.
5 red flags of online business scams. The too good to be true promise, upfront payment requirement, pressure to act immediately, lack of transparency and verification, and suspicious communication.
If you're a student, it's assumed that money is a little bit tight. Unajua, maybe source ya pesa ni mzae, na mzae atalipa fee na kupe ile pocket money peke yake. Ukimwambia unataka kuanzisha biashara atakwambia soma kwanza. You know, there are some parents who are like that. Some will be really accommodative na wataku encourage. So source ya capital, maybe wale umeongelesha your age mates, wanasemaga capital wametoa wapi? Is it wazazi? Yeah, mention help. Is it help? Siku hizi tunasikia mambo ya Nyota project. Sijui watape capital 50,000 grant to 70 in every ward, to 70 young people in every ward. So we story yako ya capital, in your reality, hii capital utoka wapi ya kuanzisha biz?
Watu wengi hawataki kushare, like you find it so hard. Maybe someone is doing something, she or he doesn't want to share with the fellow comrade. So hata kuambia ametoa wapi capital. You just see them doing kitu yenye wewe unaweza tamani. You see, some watakwambia ni online jobs, but deep down, if you try those online jobs, you get scammed. As for me, I've tried like many. Kuna zingine nimeinvest, like unaambiwa pesa unahitaji kuanzisha hiyo capital ni 5,000, and then you'll be earning like 2,000 in a day. So you're like, wow, that's really good and it's impressive. But if you try, it's like you're being scammed. If you ask them, why do you have so much money? I see you post every day. You're like withdrawing 30,000 in a few, withdrawing 20,000. So mostly mimi kitu naweza sema ni watu hawataki kushare. Juu hadi mimi ningekuwa najua, like ningekuwa na watu wanashare, I think right now ningekuwa rich. Singekuwa hapa. Juu watu hawataki kuniambia, wenye nimeassociate nao wengi, they don't really want to share. But for the few wenye wameniambia wenye wameshare, wameniambia ni online business na wengine wameniambia ni wazazi.
Okay.
Of which sasa akishaniambia ni mzazi, me I know my parent hizi nipea hiyo. So I'm just like, okay.
Okay, that's interesting. Maybe by a show of hands as Ashley picks, wenye wameanzisha biz, capital ilitoka wapi? Wenye ilitoka kwa help? Okay, yeah. Wenye ilitoka kwa wazazi? Okay, wenye ilitoka kwa their own finances, own savings. Maybe ulikuwa una kakitu on the side, ukaamua kuinvest. Wewe nitataka kukusikiza pia wewe.
How many have actually made money from social media here? Hey, you're the only one. You've made money through social media. How? Please.
Yeah.
When I was done with my Form 4, I was so broke. My mom didn't want to give me money. The pocket money she used to give me at high school, I never saw it again. So I decided to start a business.
Okay.
I started to sell chips. But again, I was afraid because the ones who we were studying with them, I was afraid they will see me and they will start to judge me. And also people wanted to buy it with debt. Yeah, they didn't want to pay it. So it was hard, so I stopped because I was not gaining profit. Yeah, so I decided to start a YouTube channel, yeah, where I post things, and yeah, I do get monetization, but not more than 100 shillings.
But you start from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So it's a work in progress. Usijali, ita come through. How do you draw that line between ini biashara and ini urafiki?
The issue of marafiki, hapo I can say just keep friends out of business. Juu mara mingi unapatanga kwa mimi business nilikuwa nafanya, most friends walikuwa kuja kuhang out hapo, nilikuwa nauza nini kofia hizi matopa hizo. So unaona most friends wakuja kuhang out hapo, kuchill ni kusaidia kumarket ni kofia zako, lakini the moment amepata kofia na mbamba hapo, si ndio? Ataanza kuambia umfanyie na ile bei ya chini, na wewe ni unajua umenunua kofia zako at a higher price ndo uziuze na profit, si ndio? Sasa hapo unaona friendship inaanza ku get in the way of business yako. Juu most of the time unapata kama akwambia akuziane bei, obviously utaanza zile za mimi ni rafiki, mimi nini. So hapo business yako inaweza anza kwenda chini ukilean kwa hiyo side ya friendship and business. So my view is just keep friendship and business ni kitu mbili tofauti, and weke tu kando.
Okay, interesting. But wangapi wako na hustles na mabeshte? Ama nyi wote mmedecide it's a no go zone? Oh really? Not even ati mna form group ndo mwanzishe kitu, nothing like that?
Ama
mtakosana hapo mtakosana.
Mtakosana?
Vibaya sana.
Hey, okay, that's interesting.
Aliweza kusaveaje? Nataka tu kujua.
Okay.
Ali raise mkono akisema alikuwa amesave. Hiyo pesa ilitoka wapi bana? Na hii economy.
Na hii economy, savings ukuja. Savings unaweza pata maybe umepewa pesa ya lunch hivi una save.
So unajinyima una save.
Hiyo unainama tu una
anainama.
Inabidi juu ni mindset, unajua kenye unataka kuachieve, unajua kenye unataka kuanzisha, so inabidi ujinyime, ndio at least hiyo pesa kiasi inaka kwa business, ndio.
So ombiagi mwili pole ati nimefanya kazi sana,
wacha
nichukue kiasi nijitibu.
Hata once in a while?
Ai hapana.
Uongo. Unatuchocha.
Alai.
For real, like at all umejinyima, like you decided to be
one
disciplined.
meal per day imetosha mtu. Sasa ukikula sapa ulale, uamke kesho enda class, ni hivyo. Unangoja hiyo sapa ingine.
Munajistavu huku in the name of saving.
No, but it's a good thing.
It is, but you need to eat as well.
Ni mzuri, lakini biashara ikipik, hiyo nini ya kuinama inaisha sasa. Ukishaanza kupata profits kiasi hivi, kujinyima inaisha saa unakuwa uko sawa.
Unajua Kenya kuna shida ya savings culture. Nasikiaga rais akishinda akisema Kenyans are not saving. Ni wangapi wanaweza jinyima? Unaona food poor hapo, ile njaa imekugonga unasema hapana. The bigger goal is what I'm aiming for. Ni wangapi ujinyima hivyo?
Yeye tu.
Hey, bro. Yeah.
All right, the conversation is heated up, but we need to take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue engaging the ZTech students on matters entrepreneurship.
Welcome back to The People's Lens. We continue interacting with these great minds at ZTech University, Thika Road campus, and it's all to do with matters innovation, entrepreneurship, and most of them have actually mentioned already that they're interested in business. So what challenges are they facing? How better can we make this entrepreneurial journey for them? Well, that conversation is going on right now. Keep it right here.
From what he said, I mean, amesema anajinyima but ikijipa kasonge. Si ndio? Like, there's also that you need to maintain discipline. And sadly, the young generation is not as patient. Quick gratification, as Jesse said. How then do we get to that culture where, yes, I've gotten to a point where I have gotten some coins and I want to keep on building that wealth? Tusiende tu ya nyewe nimeji stress hizi miaka zote, sasa ni kuambia mwili pole, and then you forget.
We are lucky in this generation because tuko na examples to learn from the internet. You can say like ukisikiza stories za online, wanaweza kuambia like sasa kama yeye for example akiza make it, utasikia alikuwa anajinyima, then that will push someone else. Utakuwa kisave pia. Yeah, that I guess we have examples from the internet, from the celebrities that we follow. Yeah, we can learn from them. Pia juu kila mtu atataka kuwa na story yake, you know, you want to have your own story that you will tell people later that, you know, I started from this point, but look at me right now, so anybody can make it.
Okay.
Yeah. And how do you tell the real from the fake stories? Kuna stories za jaba, kuna kiki online. I started a business with 100 shillings. You know,
for example, like nafola tuseme msekai show speed. Unaweza ona video zake kitamba akiwa mdogo, like he started like unaweza sema like it's not si story ya jaba, like it's real. Yeah, juu niliona kitamba he started like when he was 15. Yeah, right now he's a millionaire, so yeah.
Na our social media ni entrepreneurs kweli ama how do you view them? Wase wa kustream, wase sijui tap Au ni entrepreneurs ama ni biz, bora unatengeneza pesa?
I guess biz, but after that tunajua wanapatanga nini chances, opportunities like could do something more. Yeah, wanapata deals, yeah.
So it's a means to an end.
It's a means to an end. Yeah.
Okay, safi.
I'm curious, wangapi wamefikiria nitapata hustle ninunue gari? That's the first thing that comes to your head, kununua gari. It's a dream, yeah? But is it a priority?
I think ukipata do kuna vitu zinakuangaza muhimu kwanza. Unazipea the first priority. Huwezi sema saizi ati nikipata side hustle yenye ama nikianza business yenye inalipa sana ati kitu ya kwanza naanza kufikiria kununua gari.
Ayezi. Unaona anashangaa, what do you mean? But yeah, continue.
Ayezi hata kidogo. There's some important things. As first for me naweza anza kusupport my family first. Unaona? Juu naelewa penye umetoka na kila kitu. So ukisema uanze kununua gari kwanza msee. Na kwenu unaona vile background yenu inakaa, unaona. So kuna vitu zingine unazipea the first priority, but others unaziweka kando. The moment utamaliza hizi zingine ndio sasa unakujia hizi, hata kama ni dream, even if it is a dream, unaiweka kando kwanza, unafanya zile vitu za muhimu first, alafu ndio hizi zingine unakujia baadaye.
Niko na swali. Why do you think that black tax, because that's what people call it, is a priority compared to you building yourself to get to a point where you can sustain yourself and then now come sustain your family? Why do we always think lazima nirudishe home mwanzo? Because niambie tuseme you get 50,000. Hii 50,000 unataka kulipa rent, unataka kuendeleza biashara yako, unataka kusave, na bado home wase wanadai hiyo do. How do you balance it?
Yeah, that's a little bit tricky.
It's tricky, but isn't the conversation we need to have? Because ukiangalia internet, ukiscroll sana, majority of the financial advisors are saying right now, it feels like that black tax is a form of slavery in its own. Because we are wired in that way ya kuwa, nikipata pesa, lazima nirudishe mkono.
I'm not a believer of once I start a business as a student or as a youth, the first priority should be giving back to the family. Because I believe that if I build myself first and I reach that level that I want to be, then I've achieved it and also my family has achieved it. But what if I am achieving something small at that particular point where I've started a business, then all the money that I get, I support my family. It's like I am going back to default. What if my business flops? It simply means that I will have not saved money from this business. I will have not gained anything from this business. My family also, I've been giving them money, and what they do is eat that money, not invest that money. Meaning, if I'm going to lose from my business, I'm also going to lose from my family, because we are back to default, whereby they're not supporting me, I'm not supporting them. Me, what I believe in is that, you know, someone buying a car can also be a priority, number one priority, because someone like me, I am that guy who offers services. I train students, those young students from high school, matters debate, and also I'm a tuition teacher. And I believe that my work or my job, what I do, requires me to be in many places. So once I get a good cash, the first thing I'm going to do is buy myself a car, because the amount of money that I calculate in a week that I spend on matatus and public transport, sometimes I run late and I use Bolt and Uber, it's too much compared to what I'll be using when I have my own car. So I think that having my own car will be a priority in that case.
I think like why black tax is a priority is new mindset. Like many people are being told by wazazi, if you give back, utabarikiwa. So many are just like, nikipata kidogo, let me give back to my auntie or my mommy who is suffering back at home. Yeah. Mimi nitabarikiwa. I'll find more.
Ushaipata baraka after doing that?
I know it's not true. Utaendelea kuteseka juu. For example, you see, maybe you're giving back to your auntie. Like, as for me, I'm 20 right now. Yeah. My auntie is 30. Should have worked hard time yake apate.
You're giving back to a 30-year-old and you're 20. That's crazy.
That's how people think. Yeah. So you see, they'll be telling you like, juu wewe bado uko shule. You know, it's not like you're obliged to do that, right? It's like wanataka ufanye hivyo ndio wakwambie utabarikiwa, but hautaibarikiwa. You work hard, you give when you want. It's not mandatory.
Mimi natafuta one time solution yenye my parent atakuwa anapata finances from it's not a must akuje kwangu straight. For example, I'll make sure nimemjengea ploti na nimwambie, unaona hii ploti, it's the one that itakuwa inakupea pesa every month. So he or she will not come to me every month ama coming to my door every time kuniambia that I have to give this and this and this.
You are a campus student. You're not an employed person. When you say giving back to your parents know that you are in school, you're studying, you're not employed, you understand? Ukisema utarudishia wazazi wanasema nilikupeleka kwa shule kufanya kazi unisaidie ama unasoma. Unajua hiyo uki-earn ukiwa shule, hiyo ni njia moja inakusaidia wewe mwenyewe kujibuild. You understand? Si ati kubuild wazazi kwa sababu wazazi walikuleta shule usome. But me for instance hizi mimi na post status products I being paid by the number of views.
Okay.
Hiyo nikipata views 71 times 100 na lipo 7,100 hivyo sasa. Hiyo siwezi ambia mzazi nitamsaidia. Hiyo
hiyo ni ya sherehe.
Hiyo si ya sherehe. Ni ya kujibuild wewe mwenyewe. Lakini ukisema giving back to your parents na bado hujamaliza studies is some hiyo
Okay.
Wayne, hapana.
Mimi si ati nilisema the moment unapata do yote unapewa wazazi. Sijasema hivyo. Unaona? Nilisema unafanya kwanza zile vitu za muhimu first. Unacheki. Unaelewa kwanza place yenye umetoka. Alafu pia it depends on how you are earning. Wezi niambia saa hizi maybe you are earning something like 20k depending on the business that you are doing. Unaona? Alafu mom home anateseka mzee. Uniambie wezi mtumie kitu kama 1k ama 2k mzee. Hata kama uko shule anajua. Ati anasema uko shule anakuambia amekutuma shule uende usome. Ako home anateseka. Wewe unapata 20k. Uniambie wezi mtumia hata 2k abai shuge, abai unga. Wezi niambia kitu kama hiyo. Ati uko na dream, unataka ubai gari kwanza, mama anateseka. Unacheki. So una balance kwanza, una balance.
But you are in an institution that is big on innovation. How has this been instrumental in sort of empowering you to do these side hustles, just pushing you to do more?
We have clubs, we have societies. We also have a group for entrepreneurs where we meet on a daily, just discuss on our businesses and all that. During events, we are also given a platform to showcase whatever we have. You can bring your products, you pitch it to the students, you pitch it to the admin, and they support you where they can. There's also awards, there's also championships where we just come and interact and compete on whatever ideas we have.
So if you had an opportunity to speak to a policy maker, to those people who make decisions at the high level, ungewaambiaje in terms of making youth empowerment more impactful? How better can they empower the youth in order to easily access capital, in order to easily access, mentorship and all those things?
I would want to speak about Youth Fund. I have ever attempted to take Youth Fund. So what they told us, you come up with a group and then tell us what you want to do. And then we take those things to that NGO in our place. And then they will give us that fund. But we have never seen that fund.
So wait, you formed a group?
Yeah.
Mka register?
Yeah.
Na mkupata hiyo pesa?
Actually tulitishwa hata registration fee. Tulitishwa do. Tulitishwa, no, it was not a scam. I remember tulienda kwa chief. Chief akatusaini hizo papers.
Yes.
Akatupeleka the right hand, like tulipitia the right procedures. Kumbuka tulilipa a registration fee.
Ngapi?
Ilikuwa 2,000.
Okay.
Juu we are not many.
Yeah.
Tukalipa 2,000. And then wakati tulikakaa tena, another official told us, we are supposed tena tukulipa sijui ingine kuprocess. So it was a big process, of which tulimaliza the whole process. But hatukupata the youth fund. So me, I'll urge
na mkiuliza muambie kitu? Okay.
Tulikuwa tunashinda kwa hizo maofisi every day. Tukiuliza kwani what's up, kwani we are not getting our money, what is up. So hatukupata pesa, hatukupata jibu, hatukupata anything. So me, I'll urge the government, because I know those funds ziko. Kuna women fund, kuna child fund, kuna youth fund, kuna all those type of funds to fund those people go to businesses. I would urge the government to, I don't know, kukuwe na sanitization of those places, ndo wakati tunaenda huko na kama kitu ni genuine, because kuna wenye hudanganya wanataka kuregister na wanaregister kitu hakuna, then pesa wanakula. But kuna hizo wanafuatilianga kujua mlisema mnataka hii project na ni ukweli mmeifanya ndo hii. Sinaona that one is legit. But wa sanitize hizo places, at least watu wapate hizo funds na waweze kupata hizo business.
Government really majors on girls most of the time, wanaangalianga wasichana kwa hivi. Not forgetting wanaume pia wako huku nje.
Boy child wamesauliwa.
Na wanakuwa harassed sana kwanza na wasichana. Yeah, so government, if they are working on girls, it should be equal. There should be equality, no biasness. And if there are projects they are starting, I think it should be long lasting, not just for a week or two.
You're a true brother's keeper.
I know of a group of people who benefited from their government. They were like 30 people, and they were being trained on these things about business. Yeah, and they received a certificate, but they didn't even get to give some money to them. So what those government officials, what they were doing, after they have trained them, they gave them some fund. And also, after they have opened their business, they used to come and see where they have reached. But they were returning the money so that it can help other people.
So it was more of a loan. Unaloniwa kama biashara, mkitengeneza pesa yenu mnarudisha isaidie wengine.
Yes, but they were trained free about business. And they are doing well.
Yes.
The ones I know.
Okay, so it's not just about handouts. You need the training as well. That goes a really long way in terms of ensuring the business lasts over time.
Yes, because personally I can think that I can do business. When I'm giving the funds, I can forget about that I was supposed to do a business and then start doing my own things. So when I get some trainings, I'm sure I'll go well.
The Hustler Fund is a major government-backed microloan scheme providing accessible and affordable credit. While not exclusively for university students, it offers a quick financial lifeline to young entrepreneurs to start or scale small ventures by bypassing traditional banking hurdles. Nyota Project. The National Youth Opportunities Towards Advancement, Nyota, is a large-scale government initiative offering training, mentorship, and 50,000 shillings in startup capital to youth entrepreneurs. While it traditionally targets youth Form 4 education or below, its focus on digital skilling and entrepreneurship creates a vital pathway and ecosystem that university students can plug into. Uwezo Fund provides seed capital for small-scale enterprises run by youth and women. University students can apply as a group to access this seed funding to formalize their student-led businesses.
When you speak about government, tunaangalia hii loan wamepeana juzi. Nyota. Unajua Nyota they were giving to students ama kwa watu ambao wale youth ambao hawajaenda tertiary. Wao wamefika tertiary levels of education. They were not able to access to those loans. Elewa. Sasa hiyo ndio kitu government inafaa iangalie. Si ati kila mtu akienda tertiary. Hizo tunasoma tu. Tulikuja tu huku tunasoma lakini kwa mfuko hatuna kitu. Na hata pia private universities ukiangalia upkeep help huwa wapeani. It's one of the main challenge huwa watu hupitia. Hiyo ndio mtu wako public university na private wanatofautiana hapo kwa upkeep. Najua the usual mentality inakuwaga ukikuja private university nyinyi mabombe. Nyinyi matajiri. You have money. Lakini ukiangalia upkeep hatupati. That needs government inafaa iangalie hapo pia.
I feel like our government has a lot of money and it has a lot of paperwork. What they fail in is vitu kwa ground and the merit base of whatever the fund is going to do. You find like, for instance, the Nyota Fund, they're giving people that money to build their businesses and all. If you go to that system or that website, you're going to log in and they're going to ask you several questions. What kind of job are you doing? How much are you earning? Where are you located? What kind of support do you need? Then it ends from there. I feel like the government should come to the ground. They disband these funds to these organizations or to that department, then they fail to follow up. How is that money being used? For instance, that Hustler Fund. The reason as to why Hustler Fund was given is for people to build their business or to empower themselves entrepreneurially, right? But now, most of us took that fund and ate it, and we never repaid it. And the government is always complaining and sending us texts that you should refund, you should refund, you should refund, for you to get more loans. Now, they're giving us loan, we refund it, we get more loans, but they do not know what we are doing with this loan. We are just eating this money. So I feel like for us to be empowered as youths, they should form a criteria for merit. If you're going to apply for a given fund, merit for that fund. Let them have organizations or institutions where we pitch for them our ideas. I want money to be I want money to fund my business. What kind of business do I have? What kind of plan do I have for this business? How many people will I reach? How much will I gain as profit? And how much will I give back to the government? So they should form that merit-based criteria instead of just giving us money or giving us a lot of paperwork that they do not follow up on.
We've just scratched the surface when it comes to this particular conversation, and it's good you talked about sharing ideas. What I could tell you is, even as you share these ideas, make sure you patent them so that no one can take advantage of it. You know, at the end of the day, it's your idea and you deserve the credit and the money that comes out of it. So always have that at the back of your mind. Do as much research as you can so that you don't find yourself in situations where people take advantage of you based on age. Okay, so that's what I can tell you. But it's good to not and see that the entrepreneurial spirit lives here amongst you, so the future is safe.
Yeah, you can say that they're the future, and the future is now. And it's really proper to see that youth are not just chasing opportunities, they are creating them as well. So I'm pretty happy that amongst this group, there are future employers, not just employees. So all the best with your entrepreneurial journey. This has been The People's Lens. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're adequately informed. My name is Jesse Rogers.
I'm Ashley Mazuri.